Hello's gonna annoy me. All right. Hello, everybody. Today we're gonna be talking about breakups. Dun, dun, dun. So, unfortunately, a lot of us have to deal with this. All right. And that's probably why you've clicked on this video. You're either crying, you're either sad, you're devastated, or you simply just want to watch this video. Nearly 40% of emerging adults report one or more breakups in the course of a 20-month period. Do you understand that that's either one or more breakup in less than 2 years? That's a lot of breakups. So clearly it's something that we need to talk about, we need to discuss. Often we see films, right? We see the girls crying in bed with a tub of ice cream. We see men running in the airport. No, I want you. We see so many things. So it's interesting. Breakups are incredibly relevant in everybody's lives. Except for my mom. She's never had a breakup, so it does not count. Pain, sadness, heartbreak, these are all things that come into mind. Research actually points to extreme negative ramifications from breakups, like depression, post-traumatic stress, anxiety, substance abuse, poor self-esteem, and self-confidence. Why is that though? Why is it that so many negative ramifications come from breakups? So we're gonna dive into this and we're gonna talk about why breakups happen, what happens in relationships to cause them. We're gonna look at research and what research says to do in a breakup, because that's what to do, right? Think logical, think research. I'm joking. But so we're gonna get into it. So on the positive side of things, breakups can also open up the opportunity for self-growth, improvement, and confidence. Self-concept is a person's sense of me. So it may be your hobbies, your interests, what makes you an individual and what makes you special. So as much as breakups can suck, your self-concept can also improve, and it can make you find who you really want to be or who you really are. So I guess all in all, if there's anything to take from a breakup positively, it's that you will find yourself, or you'll find a deeper part of yourself. Things that you didn't even know existed may unravel because you either got dumped, or you dumped someone, or you went through a mutual devastating breakup. Thus, breakups can act as a catalyst to figure out who me really is. And what happens when an individual is no longer complete by the other and is suddenly left alone? That's a huge theme, I think, is when you are in a relationship, you think this other person is a part of you and their identity warps into your own, you know? And so when you're left single again, it's like, holy shit, what am I doing? So that question does definitely become heightened, and it becomes probably number one. You're like, who am I without this person? And a breakup really makes you find that out and really makes you figure that out. Whether you like it or not, babe, you gotta just bite the bullet and continue. Now that we have the intro out of the way, let's talk about relationships. Everyone's favorite. Everyone give a round of applause. Okay. So, just because a relationship has ended, that does not mean it has failed. Compatibility is known to fluctuate. So it's completely normal for two individuals to grow apart. I think this is huge, especially in young people. So many young people obviously are in relationships. If anything, I want to say like what? All of us date, all of us like to have a man or a woman. We're all just doing our thing, right? We're all trying to figure it out. Ooh, who's the love of my life? Who isn't? So, it's kind of destined to happen when you're figuring this out over a course of a very developmental period of your life. Your early 20s, your early to mid to late 20s are very developmental, especially for men. I want to, no disrespect to you guys, but it takes y'all quite a lot longer to figure it out. I'm not putting that in. All right. So one study found that there are 3 stages of romantic relationships, including romantic love, discouragement and distraction, and separation, adjustment with resignation, or adjustment with contentment. So this means you can either adapt to your partner and continue, or you can decide it's not worth the effort and break up. There's 2 outcomes, babe. You either figure it out and get married, or you break up, right? Let's kind of go into the 3 relationship styles. So romantic love begins in the early period of the relationship, also known as the honeymoon phase. Yay! So this period involves plentiful romance, passion, and overall attraction. Obviously, y'all are fucking, y'all are kissing, y'all are making love. Everything's groovy. Who doesn't love the honeymoon phase? It's perfection, right? But after this initial stage, couples realize, oh shit, we have to actually be in love. Fuck me. So this second stage will feel a strain on the compatibility as the relationship is tested. The romance subsides as distractions such as work, children, school, or more come up. Arguments arise and the rose-colored glasses begin to fall off. The relationship may feel less exciting or easy at this point, so couples will frequently feel discouraged and will not make it past stage 2. So yeah, honeymoon, everyone's pretty much thriving. Second stage, work, life, balance, school, whatever you have going on, kids, for all I know. You know, this is where it can get a little tricky, and this is literally the make or break in a relationship, however long it may last. The final stage will be the deciding period, where the relationship will end or continue. Those who choose to stay together will either grow with resignation or content. So we stayed together because we felt we had to versus we stayed together because we want to fix the relationship, right? That can lead to one thing. There can be so many arguments throughout a couple's relationship. And it's really how you guys communicate, how you guys work it out, and how you continue to grow with that. One person cannot be on one page and the other on another. Y'all have to essentially be aligned constantly and hold no grudges. That's something I struggle with, is holding a bit of a grudge. So you can't do that. So this final stage really will ultimately decide whether you guys want to be in a happy relationship or break up. So another part of a relationship is the attachment theory. You guys know, you've seen the TikToks. Are you anxiously attached? Are you an avoidant? Are you with an avoidant? If you're with an avoidant, expect 3 months for them to text you back. All this horse shit that we're seeing online, which, by the way, I want to be the first to say, don't listen to any of it and don't think any of it actually applies to you. I see the tarot card readings. This person loves you and he's thinking about you. Bitch, be so fucking serious. Like, this is not for real. This cannot be for real. We're all stupid and we're delusional and we need to really fix that about ourselves. Okay, attachment theory. So attachment theory can really go one step deeper and can go back to our relationship to our parents. Of course, everything comes down to familial ties, right? So the attachment features of a secure base are transferred from parents to romantic partners because the partner becomes a primary attachment figure. That makes sense, right? This can highly influence the way you behave in a romantic relationship and determine whether or not you feel secure or you feel anxious or you feel avoidant. Romantic relationships can provide some of the richest emotional rewards of adulthood, but they can also leave us achingly vulnerable, lost, and confused. Romantic partners cause us to merge activities, social networks, goals, and even aspects of our self-concept. Couples may not only come to complete each other's sentences, they may actually come to complete each other's selves. When these relationships end, individuals experience not only pain over the loss of the partner, but also changes in their selves, which uniquely contribute to their post-breakup distress. So let's discuss the attachment styles. There are 4 types of attachment styles based on 4 relationships between oneself and others. Secure with positive models of self and others. Fearful with negative models of self and others. Preoccupied with a negative model of self and positive model of others, and finally dismissing with a positive self model and negative model of others. Whoa. Who would have thought this shit ran so deep? To nobody's surprise, unfortunately, those with secure individual factors and attachment styles are most likely to practice positive self-esteem, commitment, intimacy, and passion, and will likely end their relationship only if their partner practices insecure attachment. Fuck. That's why it's incredibly important to work on yourself before entering a relationship. We all know this. You're only going to accept the love you think you deserve. So if you hate yourself, you're probably going to have a guy that hates you as well. And it's just this weird psychological shit that we do that we don't even realize. So yeah, you need to understand your worth. You need to have value you need to hold value to yourself and make sure that you know you're a great catch, you love yourself, and anyone would be lucky to have you, because then you can end up like me in many circumstances with someone that doesn't treat you too well and you decide to stay because you don't really love yourself that much, right? We need to have high standards here, people, and I mean that for everybody. You are a catch. If you actually are. If you treat the person with love and you really love someone, you're a catch. That's all you can offer, right? So make sure you are aware of that. So relationships, they're very important, but they are going to break if you do not have enough self-worth. That's chapter 1 done. All right, chapter 2, breakups. The reason you're here. One study says that while relationship factors are broad and vary greatly from an individual standpoint, this decision to leave a partnership can ultimately be drawn from the investment model. Oh, what's the investment model? I'll tell you. The investment model essentially means that individuals who choose to stay in a relationship feel sufficiently dependent on the relationship for the fulfillment of important personal needs, including satisfaction, investment, and quality of alternatives. So essentially, the reason you feel fulfilled in a relationship is for 3 reasons: satisfaction, investment, and quality of alternatives. When the rewards of a relationship, such as love, affection, and companionship, outweigh the costs, such as time, money, and effort, relational satisfaction indicates a stronger romantic relationship. On the other end, if the costs outweigh the rewards, individuals will feel that they are putting more into the relationship than their partner and will likely decide to leave the relationship, which you should. If you feel this way, please leave the relationship and don't be an idiot and don't stay. Similarly, the interdependence theory describes that successful relationships require that both partners meet the needs of their significant other in mind, so that both parties feel as if their needs are met. Breakups can also often occur when one or more partners' needs are not met, decreasing relational connection, leading to resentment, anger, and aggressiveness in the relationship. So yeah, I mean, essentially, 1 + 1 = 2. If you're in a relationship and your needs aren't met, you feel like, unhappy, you feel like they don't really give a fuck about you, chances are, I should probably break up with them, right? You'd think that would be simple, but it's not. For people like me, I just want to kind of shout out to people like that, because I get it, It's really hard to break up with someone, and honestly, when I'm with a person, I'm so invested in them and how much I love them that the reality of a breakup even happening, like me breaking up with them, doesn't even cross my mind. But you're unhappy, so why wouldn't you break up with them? Like, it's common sense. So let's talk about if you're broken up with and you're unsure of the reasoning. You may ruminate on the negative feelings and carry these feelings into future relationships. Don't do that. This is key. Like, if you feel, why did this person dump me? Why are they so terrible to me? Why must I be so horrible? Like, I suck. Please don't feel this way, and really just understand that that person did not want to continue in a relationship with you, and that's it. There's not much to unpack. Who cares? Who cares why? Breakups happen. Like, some things just aren't meant to be. So don't bury it or ruminate on these feelings and carry it into next relationships, because really it doesn't matter. You are you and they are them. Let's talk about autonomy. So a key signifier in making or breaking someone's happiness is autonomy. Autonomy is self-governance, independence, or self-freedom, and it's been identified as an important characteristic of well-being, including the workplace, residentially, financially, and in various types of social relationships. So one partner's autonomous support toward the other provides mental health and relational benefits, suggesting the reciprocal nature of autonomy. And as two people's lives coincide, autonomy may become less of a priority or become blurred to an individual in a relationship. So obviously, like we said earlier, self-confidence, self-growth, self-esteem is key. And remaining autonomous throughout a relationship is also key. I can't stress this enough. A lot of people suddenly forget what they enjoy doing outside of being with that person, and hobbies may kind of be pushed aside and things like that. And it's really important to just remain autonomous throughout your relationship. Have your own friends, have your own social circle, have your own hobbies that you do alone and not with that other person. Just to make sure that if things do end badly, well, at least I have these things that I can go to, and I've always had, that really help me feel at peace and more comfortable. The third and final predicator of a breakup includes external factors, which is essentially anything else that can negatively affect a romantic relationship. So this could include common relational strains such as financial struggles, long distance, family attitudes, or lack of quality time. Yeah, that seems about right. Additionally, there may be outside involvement such as one partner cheating, or perhaps a close friend who does not like the partner, so they interject themselves into the relationship. There's multiple reasons a relationship may not work out, but ultimately you have to understand it's for the best. You got to keep moving, babe. Let's talk about post-breakup. Post-breakup, you just got broken up with. What now? So according to a psychologist named Dr. Tiffany Field in 2011. She did a study. And the most frequently reported symptoms of romantic breakups include sleep disturbances, intrusive thoughts, or attempts to control intrusive thoughts. So you just get broken up with, you're struggling, right? That's essentially what Dr. Tiffany Field is saying. She's saying, you're going to struggle. And that's fine. It's actually found that individuals who are able to gain closure and make sense of a relationship ending may experience less mental distress following a breakup. The ability to generate a coherent story regarding a recent breakup is positively correlated with overall adjustment. So this is essentially saying if you just got broken up with or you did the breaking up, like I said previously, not reading too much into it and just accepting it for what it is will help you in the long run. So for some people, walking away from the other person is too difficult to handle. When the relationship continues in a seemingly platonic manner after the romance has ended, individuals tend to see through the rose-colored glasses once again and take their ex-partner back, regardless of the troublesome past they may share. This is especially prominent apparently in younger couples, with a 2012 study indicating that the average age for on and off again relationships was found to be in 14 to 19-year-olds. Don't take your ex back, bitch. If you get broken up with or if you broke up with someone, you meant that shit. That's it. Don't take that person back. That is the worst thing you can do. I swear to God. Because the difficulty with on and off again relationships is that such couples often do not allow the time and space that is required after a breakup to cope, heal, and come to terms with why the relationship failed and what is required of each partner to adjust before making another attempt at a partnership. So that post-breakup clarity, I want to say, that post-breakup period is so important for an individual to understand and to think a little more logically rather than emotionally as to why it ended. It's so difficult. That's the thing. Like, I think for me included, for everyone, like following a breakup, all you want to do is talk to that person and know why, what's going on, how do you feel, But seriously, it's just, there's no point to it because you need just time and space. You need to be alone. You need to figure it out. You need to be crying. You need to be angry. You need to feel all these emotions to really get the clarity that you're so desperately seeking. To avoid the continuous heartbreaks and emotional exhaustion that an on and off again relationship causes, it's important to give the other person space and cut all ties of communication. Grow as separate individuals, learn from past mistakes, and when both partners feel ready, maybe it is time to try again. So if you guys are genuinely in love and you have love for another person, that's amazing, right? That's great. But despite that fact, or despite that's how you feel, you still need that post-breakup time and space from each other to realize if that's really what you want. You may feel that way throughout the relationship or following the breakup right after, but will you feel that way in a year? That's the truth test, babe. That's the true test. According to research, there are 10 rules to follow to have an ideal breakup. Oh my God. And this comes from Manson in 2021. So guys, this is research certified. This is going to help you. Sorry, I dropped my fucking stupid vape. So number 1, always break up in person. And if possible, not in public. All right, that makes sense. 2, avoid making a scene and control your emotions. That seems like it would be difficult, but okay. 3, do not feel as if you have to make the other person feel better. Whoa, that one's actually crazy. That one's crazy. 4, after the breakup, cut all contact until everything has settled. That seems like it would make sense. 5, talk about it to those you are close to. 6, you can be sad, angry, or upset, but don't blame just one person or thing. Self-reflection is key, I guess. 7, recognize that the relationship did not work out and that you are both better off apart. 8, rediscover who you are as an individual. I like that one. That one's nice. 9, do not start dating apps again until you are truly ready. Shit. Talk to 90% of the motherfuckers on Hinge. Yay! 10, only attempt to be friends with your ex-partner if you are both over the idea of dating. See, and that is key. You cannot talk to your ex again if you think there's a potential to have feelings for them again. No. Regardless of the events that took place during the relationship or the breakup, both partners should desire to move past the heartache by coping in healthy ways. So here's another study. This is done by Martz from 2008. He recommends 20 healthy methods of coping. So this is how apparently Martz believes we should cope through a breakup, guys. Number 1, embrace your feelings. Yay. I'm gonna embrace the fact that I'm fucking depressed and lonely. Yay! Number 2, be willing to openly discuss your emotions. Number 3, write down how you are feeling. Number 4, understand that breakups are at times inevitable. Number 5, do not take the loss personally. Number 6, prioritize your needs and emotions. Number 7, develop or rediscover a routine. Number 8, take time to yourself and remember to pamper yourself. Number 9, give yourself some slack. Number 10, maintain your faith in others and relationships. Number 11, let go of hope and getting back together with your partner. That one's tough, isn't it? Number 12, do not attempt to maintain a friendship with your ex. Number 13, avoid unhealthy people or coping strategies. Number 14, keep a list of your ex-partner's worst qualities. I can't believe that's one of them. That's good. I'm well aware of that one. Number 15, do not attempt to get revenge. Number 16, learn from the failed relationship. Number 17, remember the benefits of being single. Number 18, get closure for yourself by yourself. Number 19, do not forget that you can survive by yourself. Number 20, start dating again when you are ready. Finally, we're going to get into more descriptive discussion on dealing with a breakup. So how do I deal with a breakup? Cut all contact with one another. Heal independently and never begin a new relationship or attempt to rekindle an old relationship until the coping process is completed. This is critical. I'm sorry to fucking single anyone out, but seriously, I feel like too many people deal with a breakup and then dive into something straight away. And it's so bad. Just don't do it, guys. Please. I know it's really easy to download a dating app and, look to the next person for help and joy and love and whatever, but research itself can vouch that it's a terrible idea. All right, so I'm just going to talk a little bit about sex and how men and women kind of tend to deal with things differently. Women are found to feel joy or relief more often than men following a breakup, while men feel happy or indifferent. Interesting. The aftermath of a breakup can be challenging and lonely. However, surrounding oneself with loved ones, rediscovering routines and enjoyments, and appreciating the single life while allowing time and space away from relationships is the perfect formula to concluding an ideal breakup. And I agree, really try to be single. I mean it. Like, I know men and women are fun to talk to, sex is great. I don't know about you guys. If I'm talking to someone that I know I'm not interested, I do feel a little bit guilty. And I feel this little pit in my tummy. So, it's just your body telling you, maybe I shouldn't do this. According to one study, post-traumatic growth occurs when individuals bounce back from a traumatic experience to a higher level of functioning than pre-trauma. 2 researchers found individuals can report positive changes following a breakup, such as feeling more self-confident, independent, stronger, and more emotionally stable. Participants most commonly reported individual and relational positive changes they can make to improve well-being and romantic relationships in the future. These findings suggest that exploring romantic experiences, including breakups during emerging adulthood, may contribute to better conflict management and communication skills that may in turn lead to greater romantic competence and satisfaction in future relationships. If there's one thing I can take away from breakups, yes, they're fucking terrible. Yes, they fucking blow big fucking dicks, okay? They suck, right? Like, there's no question about that. I do think that people learn so much. That's the positive side of them. You learn so much about yourself, what you want in a relationship following that, how you treated your previous partner and what you would change for a future relationship. There's so many ways to look at a relationship that has ended in a positive light and really grow from it and see, okay, what would I do differently in the future? How would I treat myself differently in this scenario? There's just countless ways to learn and grow and become ultimately the person you want to be following a breakup. So I guess that concludes this video. I would like to wrap up by saying, as much as breakups can be so difficult, so devastating to let someone in, right, and then never speak to them again or never see them again, it's so sad and so empty feeling that you really think sometimes that, oh my God, this is the end. This is the fucking end of my life. But ultimately it's not. And ultimately I want you to really, really, really understand that you are an individual that has so much to offer, and that this relationship ending does not mean anything other than the fact that a relationship has ended, and you will move on, and you will grow, and you will learn, and you will find better. That is all I want to say. So thank you guys so much for listening to this and watching this video. I hope it helped in any way, shape, or form. Remember to never talk to your exes. All right. I love you guys. Bye-bye. See you later.